Good morning. And I can say good morning because it's before noon. I'm leaving the office before noon today. It's a good start. Today's unpopular opinion on Reddit is that the custom Coke machines, the ones that use the touchscreen, you see them at the movie theaters, you see them at Five Guys, that's where I see them. They're not great at all. They're actually not that good. And man, I have a mixed opinion on this. I have a strong mixed opinion. Here's the thing. My kids love those custom Coke machines, and I love that they love them. But they are a pain. They're a huge pain. Basically, the Redditors, his take was that we don't really need a million different flavor options for our movie theater drink or our lunch drink. He lamented that it always tastes like lemon in there. And I think he might have even mentioned how all those nozzles probably do get mixed up from time to time. Here, and listen, those Coke machines, I do think they're pretty cool, but I'll tell you this. If you open one up and looked inside, and not looked inside just to see this is the inside of the machine, looked inside as it's actually making your custom vanilla grape root beer diet, you probably wouldn't like what you see. You're probably like, oh man, that's a mess in there. That is nasty. Maybe not nasty, I don't know. I would bet it's a ball of yarn inside that thing. It all works fine. And he also complained about the fact, he or she, that the touch screen, that you're using a touch screen. So everyone using it is, you're touching the same thing. You're all just smearing your hands on the same drink output mechanism, whatever. When you go to a standard Coke machine, you just put your cup up against it. And if you're using a straw, that's all very sanitary. So I tend to agree. I tend to be right there with them, I think. A little bit. I like that my kids like it. I'll tell you this, though. When we go to Five Guys, we order our food. My wife goes to the table with the smaller ones. We haven't been in a year. And I take the bigger ones, and we go, and we just start getting stuff ready. We get drinks ready. We get ketchup and napkins. Honestly, sometimes feels like a lot of doing for somewhere that's that expensive, but whatever. Digressing here. We spend a lot of time at the Coke machine, a lot. I'm trying to get flavors ready. I get down to the real little kids. I'm just they'll take lemonade. I don't need to mess with this at all. And another problematic thing is I wish Five Guys did this. I will go and have to explain to them that, hey, I'm gonna pay for a drink, because they don't do kids drinks there. They just do drinks in water cups. But so if you pay for a drink, you get a big cup. And I'm like, hey, I don't want a big cup for my kids. My kids don't need a pint of vanilla cream soda. They just need a little cup of it. And I've got to explain that to them. But I want the cups. I want the water cups, but I'm actually paying for a drink. Then we'll go and we'll spend, I don't know, however long it takes to get our order. 12 minutes, just getting all of that done, getting the drinks ready. And listen, I'm not just doing a custom grape Sprite for my daughter. I'm doing a grape Sprite, but it's 70% grape Sprite, and then maybe 30% high C, something weird. And then, man, they never taste good. Those things do not taste, when you mix all that together, that's just, there's a reason that's not a flavor. I'll just say that. So, Mr. Anonymous, unpopular opinion poster on the custom Coke machines, I am in partial agreement with you, 70-80% agreement with you. We don't need all those flavors. They're a pain, and who knows what's going on behind the scenes. But if you got kids, your kids love them, so there's that. All right. Today's to-do list. I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm going out to the cave today. because I'm going to be meeting with some guys tomorrow to look at the roof. I wasn't planning to go out tomorrow to the cave, so I will go out today. And well, because of that, because I'm not going to go at the cave today, I think I'm going to go to the lab, maybe get a few things done there, finish that cleanup. I've got someone coming to clean it hopefully soon. I've basically gotten everything on my to-do list for the week pushed along pretty well. And I think I've documented fairly well that process. Like, I've taken screenshots of me doing those things. Now, I have gone back and done a little more follow-up. I didn't always screen record at that time. I don't know, like, who knows how this will evolve? Like, am I going to show you every aspect of what I'm doing, or at least what's reasonable? Or just, like, kind of the bare minimum and then talk about follow-ups and updates? So just give it time for me to get it right, I guess. Anytime you're starting off a new endeavor, it's not perfect in the beginning. What do they say in Silicon Valley? Just ship product, just get it out there. So that's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm going to my house to get that clear brown juice. I'm going to take it back to the lab along with some shelving. I've got some excess shelving and maybe little hooks that go in there for the fridge and the freezer. I think that fridge and freezer should be working pretty well. I was very happy with what I saw on Monday. So we'll get another kind of update on how that potential lemon I bought is doing, that maybe is actually a cream puff after all. What else? Okay, so as far as today, let's just go over today. What I think I'm gonna do is take my CBJ, you like those acronyms? My clear brown juice to the lab, get that in the fridge, fridge, put some shelves up in there, that's not long. Then I'll probably do a little bit of cleanup in there, just a small amount. And then I guess maybe I will go back out to the cave. Like, okay, I will admit this. Some of these things on my to-do list, like the create punch list for the Packroom, I've not done that yet. I haven't done that. I kind of figured I could maybe do it tomorrow, but maybe I just need to do it this afternoon. It just doesn't feel like it's that important, but it is. I need to kind of know where that place stands. I've done the follow-up that I need to. I do need to post one more short form video, and I have the footage for that, as you saw. You saw me take that footage. So maybe I'll work on that a little bit this afternoon. I can do all that. I can screen record that if that's what you want. I can do that for you. That's a service I can offer to you. Does that kind of give you my to-do list for today? Maybe. Let's see. Let's just do this. Let's see what happens at the lab. See how I feel about that. Sometimes I get to the lab, I don't want to leave. Let's see what happens at the lab, and from there, we'll possibly go back to the office, do some of that stuff. I did get some files organized this morning. By the way, I don't just start my day at 11:30. You know, I do get up and do things before then. All right. I am doing a lot of other things. Some of it involves this, you know, making these videos. Behind the scenes stuff, I guess. Is that behind the scenes or just me getting the videos uploaded? All right, I am in the lab, as you can tell. And moment of truth, I have not looked at the fridge and the freezer yet. They were looking really good when I was in here a day or 2 days ago. Like, the temps looked really good, and you can tell I haven't looked, I guess, because the way I'm walking right now, you can't see me look at the fridge or the freezer. I have not looked yet. So this is the moment of truth. You're gonna get to find out with me if the new thermostats are working as expected. I'm hoping that the fridge, and it was kind of in the range of 29, 30. I'm really hoping the freezer though gets to, I don't know, -5. I'll settle with 3, +3, because it's like halfway in the thermostat. Okay, that's not bad. 39 on the fridge and 2 on the freezer. What did I just say on the fridge or the freezer? +2? I can be all right with that. That's the coldest I've seen it. All right, let's go down a little bit. 10 is, we're at 5. We'll go to 6. We'll go to 7 and 7 on both of them. All right, so up here, we're at 3, 5. What is that? Okay. One of these guys. So what's it set at? Doesn't really show. I mean, it looks to me like, so look, if I do this, right now it's between 6 and 8. The thing is, there's no like, oh, maybe is that it? That's gotta be it right there. That's gotta be what's the indicator is, I imagine. Yeah, same with this guy. There's a little arrow right here. There it is right there, I see it. So right now it's set at 5. Now I get it. I mean, look, this seems like rudimentary and silly, especially, you know. Okay, so colder, well, I really can't see that. There it is right there. Okay, so right now, that's as cold as it'll go. So we'll keep it at about 7. Yeah, we'll do 7. We'll see what 7 does. So we had it at 5. Here, let's take it down. Let's take it down as cold as it will go here. Colder. Okay. All right, that's as cold as it'll go in the freezer. All right. Let me take a little whiff of this CBJ. Honestly, it smells pretty good. I don't mind that too bad. You know? I think it smells a little earthy. A little, very much like alfalfa juice, which is good. All right, let's get some shelving up. See, this fridge is kind of wandering on me a little bit. What is this thing, dude? This is weird. I hate that I just touched this. And, well, looks like a little piece of poop that someone put in here. I mean, look, I hate to say that, but frankly, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go and wash my hands because that just feels gross. I don't wanna drink my coffee. I don't wanna do anything until I wash my hands after that, all right? I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm a realist. And picking up a gray piece of doo-doo looking material out of that fridge, who knows what they put in it last? And then just doing stuff, drinking coffee, dancing around in here, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go wash my hands, I'll be back. I don't wanna contaminate that either, all right? So just suspend your judgment, okay? You go ahead and unsuspend your judgment, let it go or let it flow in, because I forgot that I have a sink over here with soap and everything that I need to sanitize myself. So yeah, go ahead. I earned it today. I deserve it. Man, it feels so good to kind of look at everything sort of cleaned up in here. It does look a lot better, doesn't it? It looks a lot better. I have this theory that, I don't know if I'd call it a theory as much as I'd call it a, just a general prediction about content. And it's that someone could just make a short form channel and all it is washing hands. Like just getting a good lather in there, you know, really soaping themselves off their hands, especially like when they've got stuff on their hands, and then like watching people squirm if they see that stuff and it doesn't get off entirely, you know. I think that could do well. That could do quite well, actually. So starting tomorrow, all you're gonna see is me washing my hands. Maybe I'll talk every now and then, but probably not. I feel like it could be sprayed down in here a little bit after picking up whatever that was. Going down to 12, it's interesting. Going up to 12, it should go down, I would think, but you know, who knows? All right, let's get those shelves out and see what we can do. All I'm gonna do here is just spray them with some alcohol, that's it. I think that is all that is necessary. I'm not even gonna really dry, I'm just gonna kind of let it sit there and soak. Call it good. Spray some wipes with some alcohol. Like my own little bleach wipes, except it's not bleach, it's alcohol. Just gonna wipe the inside of this thing down a little bit. Right now, Missing a couple brackets, so I can put 2 shelves in here now, which is, you know, okay. Actually, 1, sorry. 1. I'm missing some of those little shelf brackets, but I did bring some, obviously. Cleaner in there. It does look a lot better in here, I must admit. I mean, it needs a good cleaning. Really just floor in these little areas right in here. I told Aunt, dang it. I told our guys that are coming to look at the roof that I'd get them some pictures today, and it looks like maybe I'm not gonna be doing that. So, I got an idea though. Okay, well, I don't know, there's much to do in here now. Kind of want to sit here and look at the freezer, see what happens. It is strange that the temp is going up. I mean, look, this might just not be an ideal unit. You know, it might be semi-workable. We'll get down to 0, and that's really all we can hope for, do. All right. What do we say on our clear brown juice that we were gonna filter at 100 kilodalton? Speaking of, might as well put it in here. I think that stuff is relatively sanitized at this point. You know what? Why don't we save this one? Something a little bit nicer. It's roughly the same size. Might not be, actually. Maybe they are. Let's see. No, not like that. And definitely not like that either. Okay, these shelves aren't gonna work. I got one option for my shelf. Love those high up. I don't know that I call it a ceiling, but basically interior chamber of my fridge. I can get a lot of stuff in there and some stuff down here, smaller samples. Well, I think maybe while I'm here, I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleanup of this cart right here. Trying to get logistics figured out for a cleaner coming out maybe tomorrow to get the space cleaned up. All right, let me get some clamps. Should have a number of them over here. I don't understand the temp on this thing. I really don't. Like, this is starting to go down again, but that's going up. I mean, that's 46 now. We're at like wine fermentation temperatures. Okay. This is the big one that I want to get under control. I mean, look at the cord on this guy. Okay, that's good. A lot better anyway. I don't really have a lot to wrap up. I was just thinking I might have something a little smaller for this guy, but it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm using it anyway. I'm always like wanting to save stuff, you know, like, oh, what if I need this one? What if I need the bigger clamp for something, you know? And most of the time you don't need it, just use it. Just forget your anxieties about what might happen and just do it. I'm giving myself advice here, by the way. You can't tell. I just don't really have any cable ties. Actually, I do. I bought some, but they're at my house. That would have been nice to have about now. All right, this is perfect. Good enough, I'd say. Don't like that phrase, by the way. You shouldn't just sell for good enough, but sometimes it does move the needle. All right, that's good. Scoot that over a little bit, actually. Actually, you know what? See if I can get that, my air unit, if I can get that to kind of sit right in there with it. What do you think? Which one do you think is best here? I feel like this one's probably a little too small. Well, we can try both of them. Well, the small one actually does do pretty well. I think that's actually not bad. I don't plan on putting much up there for the time being, so we can call that all right. Well, except for this alcohol. Put that up there. I really probably could have put the VFD over there, but just given the screw press is right here, I don't know, felt kind of, what is this, all this stuff? I don't know. Yeah, it probably was to that some of that tubing for the air for the screw press. This can probably go back in its original spot where it was supposed to. Again, I don't know about this yet. I know this seems weird, but I just kind of feel like this should go there. Again, I get it, a little odd, but just seems like the most appropriate place. Tubing, man, at my old lab, I've got tubing all over the wall. It's everywhere. When I say old lab, I mean office space. Seems very dusty. I did, if you recall, I sanitized this the last time I used it. It's just got some dust on it. This was always meant to be just like a little drying station, sort of drying rack, you know? Where are we at here? 37 and 7, so we're moving back down. Next thing is these shelves. I got all kinds of crap on these shelves I don't want. Pumps I'm good with. Tubing, I need a place for tubing. Hey, it's coming together though, it really is. Now that I got this moved out, take my screw press and kind of push it back. Oh, hey there, how we doing? Yes, I know, I remember this guy. My editor had a great idea on this. He basically was kind of implying to use some Knipex right here to get this clamp to go down. And I am not opposed to that at all. My worry about it though is it could put too much pressure on this and crack it, you know? I'd rather do it with a longer rod rather than an excessive amount of force via those pliers, via those channel locks. I don't know. Maybe it's something to worry about. I did have a company that I think could make me a custom one of these knurled nut guys. I just need a longer one, or I need one that, I think, what did I say? It needs to be 6/32 seconds. Something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, 6/32 seconds maybe was the deal. Whatever this guy is. Yeah, 6/32 seconds for sure. This one keeps going though, so it's smaller, or it's bigger? Yeah, it's bigger than this one. Oh, look at that. I do have some wire ties. Or some cord wraps, I should say. I think the funny thing maybe about someone watching these videos would be me doing something, realizing I can't do it the way I want to because I don't have what it is I think that I need, but someone who's astute looking and going, oh, dude, you do have some they're on your little shelf thing. I saw them there and you don't even realize it. And maybe that's kind of funny for some people, you know? Let's see here. Got someone coming to clean tomorrow, might as well see about having them get some of the stuff moved for them, you know? A little quarter up. What's holding you up, buddy? What I don't want to do is knock that oil over, have myself a real hot mess, you know, make it way worse than it already is. So I shouldn't say it's worse, but you know. I just pushed this back, but I want to get to where she can clean tomorrow. She wants to, or wants to. Make it easier for her. All right, how we doing? Moving on down, we're at 32 on the fridge, that's fine. And I do have some stuff in there. 6 on the freezer. Gosh, I love this lab so much. I love it so much. Let me measure those shelves one more time so I know what kind of boxes to get for them. I'm really bummed. I was talking to my kids last night. I'm super bummed that summer's over. I love summer. It's just great. I think we all do, you know? I mean, most people. I don't care about the heat. Like, whatever. Heat is not a big deal. Kids will even show you how to care about the heat. Like, they're like outside. My mom, my parents' house, like, they got a pool set up, you know, perfect for the grandkids. And they got an outdoor TV out there. And my mom's like, they're just out there watching TV. It's 100 degrees. They don't care. They're not even bothered by it one bit. I'm like, I can't stay out here. And I've said this before, kids they just don't care. They don't care about that stuff. Cold, hot, whatever. Like, they don't start caring until we tell them to care. But then, you know, I don't know how old that is, 15, 16, 18. At that point, you know, we can't stop caring. Everything is a bother, you know? Kind of at the part of the cleanup phase where I'm just sort of like not really doing much. Like, I know I'm not right now. Just don't want to go back to the office and get on the computer. Just want to kind of be doing something here. I guess I should have gone out to the cave today. What time is it? Maybe I still can. 2:30. I really need to probably go now. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I wanted to come up here. I'll see you at the cave in just a bit, and we'll get some stuff ready for Mark. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only thing we got today. All right, see ya. I'm in the pack room right now, and I actually looked outside and I had forgotten that our manager over there actually got everything ready for Mark before I went on vacation. And so everything is good for the most part, except for the blue air tubing, which I am now about to be on the hunt for. I think I know a few places it could be. After talking with my dad last night, he gave me a few ideas. So I'm gonna go look around for that. I'm not gonna put the camera on. I might, if I go up to where I think it is, which is possibly on the roof of the cave, or not the roof, but close to it. If it's up there, that might be, that I might turn the camera on up there. Otherwise, probably just check in one more time with you when I'm back in here. We'll see. We'll see. I might look around in here a little bit too. Okay, I will be back. I'm gonna go look for the tubing. If I find it, I'll bring it in here. Otherwise, we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, blue tubing, where you be? Where you be? Are you back here? I don't think so. Although I bet I'd find some weird stuff back here if I looked hard and long enough. I see the blue tubing I want, it's being used right now. It's kind of a little inappropriate to take that tubing off and use it, but hey, we know what it looks like, right? All right, I'm sure these guys turned the air compressor off. They did, that was good. All right. All right, let's go to our next spot. Think there's any creepy crawlies up there? Only one way to find out. Definitely some tubing up here. Is it our tubing? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Probably didn't need the flashlight after all. Huh. Hey, look at that. That doesn't look like it's being used. Don't think it's enough. It's like one little piece. But maybe there's more where that came from. So you're telling me that this is gonna be enough? I can't imagine that it is, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Well, we have found something that we were looking for. What's in here? Spider webs for sure. Any other tubing over there? There's some air hose, but we ain't using that, are we, brah? One little piece, Dad. Thought that'd be enough? You really thought that'd be enough for me? Could always George at the jungle it over to the roof and see if there's any up there. From here, it does look like there might be a little bit, but I'm afraid there probably isn't. All right, well, let's get what we got. Skedaddle. No more, huh? No more. I don't know if it's the same kind. I don't think it's a metal tubing. I thought it was like a PVC tubing. No way I'm gonna reach that from over here. It does look, well, wait a minute. It's right there, I can touch it. Yeah, it's the same. All right. Question is, how much do I need? Maybe this is plenty. Maybe it's not. This could work. I'm sure why I'm turning the flashlight on as if I'm some covert op Navy SEAL running around up here. I'm not, obviously. Ooh. Gosh, that does not look fun. How'd you like to live down there? I know I wouldn't. Okay. Solid ground, always nice. All right. Grab this guy. All right, see you back in the pack room. All right, might as well go ahead and measure this. See what we're working with here. Okay, we got roughly 10 foot of it. All right, I'm looking at this tubing in here. This looks like plastic. No, that's metal. We got air right there. Basically what we'll do, what we'd have Mark do, I think if we come in about right here, I assume those are fairly straightforward to get off. Never done it before though, I don't know. Come over, well, I've never put these in, I've never even messed with this kind of tubing. I don't even know how some of it goes. I'd have to learn this all, which would be fine, but she took this elbow off and put a T on. You could then put your other side over here, which, you know, is okay. It's coming off the wall, but I don't know that you want that interfering. You can't really go up because you got gauges over here. I don't know where the best spot would be for it. I'm thinking right in here, frankly, but over here would be a little better. It's just getting the tubing in seems to be like it might be somewhat of a mess. So let's say you put it right here and you come down, I don't know, a foot and then over maybe 5 feet. Okay, so say you need 5 feet for this one. That's probably all right. Come up behind these. I mean, it does the same thing over there. I'm looking at it. So on this side, you'd have it over here. Yeah, it goes behind. Not a big deal. You could get a little closer. You could go over there on the other side of that box of that line. And I think you're probably looking at maybe, again, similar amount, maybe 4 feet. I don't know, it might be kind of tight. Okay, I might go look for some more tubing. I'll be back. Look what I just found hiding out in the corner. 2 more pieces of tubing. We're in good shape. We got plenty. All right, this will cover us. I'm gonna take this out, put this with the rest, and call it good. This is nice, this is plenty. Okay, we'll check in before I head out. But I'm gonna go get all this ready, get a couple pics taken, and then start to wrap it up out here. All right, tubing is taken care of. I think we're ready to go for next week. One thing I wanna check real quick though is, because it's summer, it's extremely humid in here. Don't like that. Whoa, I've not been on this thing for about a week. I am looking, I'm gonna rent some, until we get our dehumidifier in here, our permanent one, I wanna rent some smaller ones. And I wanna see if there's any place that we can put a hose outlet, you know, to drain this thing off. So we have to leave, if we have to leave doors open, that really kind of defeats the purpose. Not really, but a little bit it does, because you're gonna get more air changes per hour. Look at me, talking like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to keeping air dry. But seriously, we will have issues if we have to, we will have issues if we can't leave our everything closed up. And what am I doing? And so I'm trying to find an outlet up here where I can take a hose and transfer water out. I saw one on the outside, but I don't know if I can actually get to it. Okay. I don't want to stick my hand back there. Something might bite it, and I shouldn't be surprised if it does. I ain't seeing what I'm looking for, Bill. Where, oh where could my little hole be? Well, how about this? Consider this. Let's do it from the outside. Oh, never seen that happen. What's in there? I think that's the roof, which means I don't think we're putting any hose through it. No, I don't think we are. But maybe we can check on the other side right here. Jeez. I think we're lacking any great spots to exit water, which makes things hard, obviously. Could we do it there? Could we do it there? See, I was all done with everything, and now look what I've done. I found myself a nice little project to start working on. That's kind of how it goes. Actually, yeah, I can see the outside. We got a hose exit right there. Perfect. We got one right there. Now, how many can we fit through there is the question. Can we fit 3? We can at least fit 2, I think. What about right there? I don't think so. Right here, though, I think we can at least get 2 through it, maybe 3. Uh-oh, slow it down. You can bring these things back in once they come out like that. Wish we knew. I wish we knew. Wait a minute. These things have to be familiar with it. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's take a look. For sure we can get 3 out of there. I'm very, very confident in that. Look at that. That's definitely 3 going out of there, no doubt. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, my camera died, or battery died. So anyway, I got some pictures taken for the roofing guys coming in tomorrow. I'm heading out. Feel good, actually. Everything's ready for the electrician, and obviously confirmed that hole up there, trying to show you that I'm pointing, will fit 3 hoses. So we can get some moisture control in this room sooner rather than later, and that's good. That's good. Although by the time we probably get them in here, at least the temporary ones, it's going to be fall, and we won't need it as much. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Also, getting the scissor lift charge for tomorrow, just in case it didn't have much of a. I think 40 means what the battery level is, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm heading out. I'm going home. Actually, am I going home? What time is it? 5? I got to be home at 6:30, so I think I've got enough time, maybe, to get to the office and offload this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm always up against it, aren't I? All right. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow.